Let's take one simple example. Problem or opportunity statement. How many of you here, okay, you called somebody, maybe in India, we have this telecommunication provider, which is Airtel, Jio, okay, and then this call keeps on, it makes you waiting. Yeah, Flipkart, Bestcom, and so many other examples you can see of something urgent that you want to communicate or you want to clarify, you call, and how many of you really get irritated by holding on to that call, right? Okay, so it's a utter customer dissatisfaction, right? So the business case is we need to move towards world-class customer service. We need to reduce this non-value added time and increase profitability. Suppose if the customer service in this, if you improve the waiting time, that means that if you're connected faster to the customer care executives by reducing the non-value added time, definitely the customer would be satisfied. You have a greater chance of increasing your business and profitability. Let's talk about the scope. We said in this process scope, what is the process? Whether you bake bread in the kitchen or make automobiles or machines in the shop floor, process is a process everywhere. Excellence is all about identifying those activities in the process which doesn't add value from the eyes of the customer. Systematically identifying those activities and trying to eliminate the activities which does not add value is what excellence is all about. So in this case, when we are talking about a process, somebody picks up the call and calls the customer service, and then an appropriate person picks the call is the scope that we are talking about. It's not about after the call is connected, what he clarifies over the phone and how long that takes is not in the scope. From the time a phone call comes in until it has been answered by the appropriate person, that is the scope. So out scope is after the call is connected and some person picks a call, it is out of scope. Okay. And from the time the phone comes, okay, which means that the phone gets connected and then you start getting a ringtone or some sort of a pre-programmed song or message or music. Okay. So that is what is the scope. Sometimes call never gets connected. That's not in scope. Okay, this I wanted to make it very clear. This is what scope in this example means. And secondly, we also say in this project, in many companies, immediately they will suggest some high-tech solutions, very costly solutions, and automated solutions and things like that. Okay. So it's very important to tell right from the beginning at the project charter stage that, boss, improving the current phone system is in the scope and don't investigate new systems. Because people, what they would do, there'll be a lot of scope for improvement in the current process, but it will go tangentially out and they say, okay, there are new systems that we need to adopt, new technologies that we need to adopt, and they'll start proposing that as a solution. Okay, so we make very clear in the scope that improving current phone system and don't investigate into new systems. Okay, so the time that the call starts to the time somebody picks the call is in the scope. Now, in the charter, we said we should have measures, deliverables, and resources. What are the measures? Let me go into the depth of what the measures are in this case. Now, we can define it by saying a defect means connect time greater than 30 seconds is a defect. So goal is 10 times improvement. Okay. So the call has to get connected within 30 seconds. Okay. Anything more than 31 seconds is a defect. Now, deliverables. What are the deliverables? Once you have improved the system, you need to deliver the improved process. You need to make sure that you deliver proper training to the team. And you need to make sure that you deliver a plan for ongoing improvement. Of course, resources are team sponsors, cross-functional team, which includes the leader, team members, and a coach. Okay, so this is MDR.